All right, today we're diving into this brilliant piece of satire that honestly reframes our entire modern life. It's a walkthrough for a game called Asphaltica. And here's the kicker, it's the open world RPG you're already playing, whether you know it or not. I mean, really think about it for a second. Ever feel like you're just stuck on some repetitive daily quest? Like the NPCs you talk to give you totally contradictory information? Or that the main storyline just seems to be, well, sitting in traffic? Yeah, you're not just imagining it. So go ahead and grab your controller, which is probably just your phone and your car keys, and let's press start. We are loading into the world of Asphaltica. Let's see what kind of challenges, bosses, and maybe, just maybe, some loot drops are waiting for us. Okay, our big adventure begins in the starting zone, a place we're all familiar with. You know, that place of character building, patience testing, and let's be real, existential dread. It's the kind of tutorial level that feels like it's broken on purpose. Welcome to level 1, the freeway of eternal regret. And just look at the stats for this level. They're perfect. The terrain, 12 lanes, 0 movement. The area boss is the traffic blob, and you gotta notice its health points. Infinite. You can't beat it, you can only endure it. And the loot? Oh, you get +1 rage and +2 exhaust fumes. What about that side quest to deliver your coffee while it's still hot? Yeah, the game developers have helpfully labeled that one impossible. And the dialogue from the local NPCs you'll meet here? It is just chef's kiss. We're stuck, but at least we're free. I mean, that's the kind of emotional damage you take just by being in this level. So, let's say you somehow manage to escape the freeway. You'll enter the next zone. The massive, procedurally generated Level 2, the beige suburb wastelands. Here, the chaos of the commute gets replaced by a whole new challenge, soul-crushing monotony. This level has a pretty unique challenge. Just try to find a single home with any personality. And this number right here, yeah, that's the drop rate for finding one, 0.02%. The odds of finding any rare loot are, let's just say, not in your favor. And of course, every wasteland has got to have a mini-boss. In this one, you'll face Karen, the cul-de-sac keeper. And just look at her attack moves, the long-range noise complaint and the devastatingly effective passive-aggressive wave. It's a battle that will absolutely drain your patience stat right down to 0. The whole encounter feels unbalanced, almost like the rules are written against you. All right, leaving the suburbs in the rear view, we're traveling to a totally different world for Level 3, the Hollywood Delusion Realm. This area has this unique environmental debuff that's always on, a plus 50% narcissism cloud that messes with your perception and every NPC you meet. Every single quest giver here only wants to talk about their pilot season, and the main objective seems to be avoiding eye contact with people filming TikTok dances. But okay, enough with the delusions of Hollywood. It is time for a classic dungeon crawl. Forget ancient crypts or dragon lairs. Today's most treacherous dungeon is Level 4, the corporate HR Tower of Babel. It's a multi-floor gauntlet literally designed to break your spirit. So the dungeon map lays out your quest. You start on floor 1, reception, before you get warped to the interview gauntlet. If you somehow survive that, you get trapped in the automated rejection hallway, which is just an infinite loop of despair, all before you can even see the final boss. And check out the boss's stat sheet. It is ridiculous. Its only weakness is real skill, but it has full immunity to common sense. And even if you win, the rare loot drop is just a generic "we'll be in touch" email. It's basically a junk item. Brutal. Just another example of a system that does not compute with logic. So after escaping that corporate dungeon, we enter Level 5, the chaotic open-world zone of the pop culture arena. The main enemies here are influencers blocking the sidewalk for their vlogs, and the most dangerous trap is the follow me loop, which can just zap 30 minutes of your life in a single TikTok scroll. But there is a fantastic secret NPC encounter in this level. The legendary bounty hunter, Samus Aran, warps in just long enough to deliver this absolutely devastating line about the world's fidelity. Ouch. All right, time for a minigame. Welcome to Level 6, the Liberty Parking Lot, which hosts a freedom of speech challenge. The mechanic is simple. You just yell your opinions as loudly as possible. You don't gain any XP, you just get the vocal cord fatigue debuff. The only way to win is to realize it's all just noise and walk away. And this right here perfectly captures the two opposing teams in the minigame. The blue team NPC's main line of dialogue is, "We need change." And the red team NPC's, we need change, but yelling. It's a brilliant and kinda sad illustration of the level's core conflict. A whole lot of noise, achieving very little. All right, moving on from political noise, you better get ready for a puzzle level that's going to test your grip on reality itself. Welcome to Level 7, the Shrine of Abstract Finance. Your main objective is to sacrifice tangible, real-world items at the NFT altar in hopes of, well, no one's really sure what. And as you're navigating this completely confusing shrine, you get a little wisdom pop up from a historical NPC, Hollow Benjamin Franklin, and his observation, man, it really puts the entire level and maybe our entire era into some sharp perspective. Of course, you knew it was coming. No satirical game about modern life would be complete without the ultimate endurance trial. Level 8, the DMV Maze of Madness. This is a bureaucratic nightmare level with a unique timer. For every single failed attempt, you lose 1 year of your actual, real life. And now, after all that, we've reached the end game, the final level. And it is a terrifying fusion of every single frustration you have faced so far. The Freeway des Essex, where every enemy from every previous level respawns in one chaotic beige battlefield. And here he is, the final boss of Asphaltica. Mayor Basshole, the beige overlord. His special moves are just comically ineffective. Budget announcement, self-congratulatory speech, and his ultimate attack, the do-nothing roll. So after the final battle, you actually unlock a bonus level. It's like a recovery room. But the healing items aren't potions. They're retro consoles and nostalgia music. But the most powerful buff of all is the realization that connects this entire journey together. And here it is. The game's ultimate narrative reward. It turns out all those hours you spent as a kid playing video games, they weren't wasted. You were in training. You were learning to spot broken systems, unfair rules, and glitchy mechanics. It's a skill you've been honing with every unbalanced enemy and illogical boss fight. You were practicing for Asphaltica this whole time. Which leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question. In the game, the only escape route is something called the Aurora Portal. So, if our life is the broken game, what's our portal? How do we find our own Aurora? That's a question worth logging off to think about.